Hey, what's up, guys? Back from the deck profile here. Now, I know I haven't brought you Dark World in a while. The deck has just been fantastic. I've been testing it like here and there, and I really enjoyed it. I slimmed it down to a nice 40 cards. It's just been very good. It's just definitely, this is like the list that I would play in a tournament if I played it. You know what I mean? So without further ado, Dark Worlds. All right. So like I said, nice 40 cards. So obviously 3 big boys, only 2 Graphas. I actually debated on playing 1 regular Grapha in the deck. I think 2 is completely where you want to be at, in my opinion, just for the 8 count. Obviously having multiples of these is actually kind of good sometimes, so I enjoyed it. And then 3 Snow, of course. And then 3 Genta. Obviously everyone knows this is probably the best card in the deck, Genta is. I'm not playing Ceruli in this list. I don't think you necessarily need Ceruli. If you want to go the talents thrust route, you definitely can. If you guys want that list, I have another list of this deck with the Ceruli base around it. And then 1 Silva, of course. That's the end of the Dark Worlds. Silva is just incredible. So, and then for the dangers, I think this is 10. 1 Jack, 1 Snick, 1 Shoop, 3 Nessie, 1 Thunderbird, and 3 Bigfoot. Big feet. Excuse me. This is where I felt comfortable at. I was testing Mothman, but I don't like the Kashtira match. If you go first, if you Mothman and they hit it, sometimes they get free value off of it by like discarding, whatever, and then they already have birth. That was the only reason I didn't generally play it. And then we are playing the 1 Fabled Raven. I actually really like this card. It's kind of like a pseudo card destruction. Obviously, it's just very good. It's the only normal summon in the deck, but you can always special it All-Star Yuja or whatever. So, obviously, 1 Zephyros. This card's very good too. Only would ever play 1 of it though, obviously because of the stipulation on it. So. And then the last monster is 3 Lava Golems, which I think everyone knows in Dark World you would play this. It's a Fiend, it's level 8. If it's basically everything you want to do this format in this deck. So, and then for the spells, the card destruction, the fusion. We are playing 3 Gates, 3 Allure, 3 Trade-In, and then the last 2 slots are 2 Skill Drain. So I was only playing 2 Skill Drain in this deck. I felt like that was just kind of where I wanted to be at. Every time I would play 3 in this deck, I would just end up drawing like multiples, or sometimes end up with 3 at one point, and I was just like, that's good, but you only really need 1. And then for the extra deck, the extra dip. Okay, and then 2 of the Grapha Fusion, of course. The 1 Muckracker. I want to talk about Muckracker in a second. Cross Sheep's very good, very underrated, I think. IP. We are playing Phoenix. I did enjoy Phoenix in this deck, I will say. You could flex it out with, something else if you wanted to play. I'm not playing Akashek. Akashek almost never came up for me. That could be Akashek if you wanted to, or Akashek Security Dragon in some way. And then 2-star Yuja. I think this is completely where you want to be at, too. And then the 1 Zealantis. So I want to talk about Zealantis for a second. So with Zealantis and McCracker, you can make your plays with the Star Yuja, go through everything, and then you can make the McCracker here or whatever. You can tag into Zealantis, right? However you want to do it, whatever. And then you can use Muckracker's effect to special back a Fiend, and then you can do more Fiend stuff, and then you can use Zerobora or Zealantis effect to banish everything on the board if you're going second, but it locks them into Fiends, so they can't special back. It's kind of like that Marincess play. Shout out my boy Zach, where you wipe their board, but you're locked into waters because you're the one specialing them back. I really enjoyed that. Then the 1 Avermax. Avermax, I'm just a really big fan of Avermax right now on the current game state. And the last link is the Underworld Goddess. This is also a Fiend. Just want to point that out. The card is just very good. And then for the Exceeds, we are playing the Baguskis. Dugaris is incredible. The Exciting Knight. This could also be Steel Swarm Roach. I was testing Roach a little bit. Roach just didn't come up as much as I thought it would originally, because Baguska is just much better. But obviously Exiton has its niche interaction. And the last one is the Coach King. This is just where I felt comfortable at. Also, you could play Zeus in here. I was testing Zeus. There was just Zeus never came up one time when I was testing this list, and it was weird because I was actually playing 2 originally. But yeah, guys, that's it for the Dark World list. Let me know what you guys want to see, deck wise, whatever. See you guys later. Cheers.